Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to discuss circles. So to start off, we're going to discuss the parts of a circle. So we have the radius, which is there's the endpoint at the center and on the circle. So this right here is our radius, and this would also be a radius. This would be a radius, and like this, any of those would be a radius. A chord is a segment with endpoints on the circle. So DE right here, that's a chord. AB is a chord, so it doesn't have to go through the center. The diameter is the chord that passes through the center. So DE is a chord, but also is the diameter. So the radius is equal to half the diameter, and the diameter is equal to 2 times the radius, if you ever need to convert. And circles are congruent if their radii are congruent, so that's radius plural. Concentric circles are coplanar circles that have the same center. So both this circle and this circle, they're concentric circles because they have the same center A, and they're coplanar. So to find the circumference is the distance around the circle. So like that's the distance around the circle, which is equal to 2 pi r, or pi times the diameter. And so inside a circle, the measure of the angles is equal to 360. So if you drew lines here, like there, so angles 1, 2, and 3, if you add them up, they will equal 360. Okay, now we're going to talk about arcs. So an arc is a portion of a circle defined by 2 endpoints. So this is an arc, and this is an arc. And so there are 2 types of arcs. There's a minor arc and a major arc. The minor arc is the shortest arc connecting 2 endpoints. So it's less than 180, and it's equal to the measure of the central angle. So here's our minor arc. So between the points A and B, this is the minor one because it's the smaller one. It's less than 180, and it's going to be equal to x. The major arc is the longest arc. So for A and B, this is our major arc. It's going to be greater than 180. And it's equal to 360 minus the measure of the minor arc. So this will be 360 minus x. The semicircle is the arc with endpoints that lie on a diameter. So it's half the circle. And it's always going to be equal to 180. So that arc's going to be equal to 180. Arc length is the distance between endpoints measured in linear units. So arc length is represented by this L. So this is equal to the measure of the central angle over 360 times 2 pi r. So there's also something called an inscribed angle, which is where there's a vertex on the circle and sides that contain chords of the circle. So here, this is angle 1, which is going to be equal to 1/2 times the measure of the arc length here. Tangents are lines that intersect the circle at exactly 1 point. So it's never going to go through the circle. It's always going to touch at 1 point. So this could be a tangent, this could be a tangent, this could be a tangent. There's infinite types of tangents, like infinite lines you could have drawn that are tangents. This is just one. Secants are lines that intersect a circle in 2 points, so they're going to go through the circle. So like that could be a secant, that could be a secant, that could be a secant, like any of them. And when 2 secants intersect inside a circle, the angles formed are related to the arcs they intersect. Okay, over here, we're going to talk about some angles formed. So here, if you have a tangent right here, which is a straight line, so the measure of angle 1 here is going to be equal to 1/2 times the measure of this arc length. The measure of angle 2 is going to be equal to 1/2 times the measure of this arc length. If you have these 2 secants, measure of this angle A is going to be equal to the measure of this arc length minus the measure of this arc length. And then to find the measure of this angle when 2 secants intersect inside the circle, it's going to be equal to 1/2 this angle plus this angle. Now we're going to discuss an equation of a circle. So this is the form for the equation. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And in this case, r is equal to the radius, and h comma k is the center of the circle. So h and k. So this is the x coordinate of the center, and this is the y coordinate of the center. So we're going to practice with writing 2 equations here. It's going to give us the center and the radius. So we're still writing the general form first. So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So we're going to have x minus our x coordinate. So we're going to do x and y, or x coordinate is 1, so minus 1 squared plus y minus negative 8 is going to equal plus 8. And our radius is 4, but you have to square it, so it's going to equal 16. So our next one, we're going to write the equation again, so it just gets engraved in our brains. And now we have x. Our x-coordinate is negative 3, so it's going to be x plus 3 squared plus y. And our y is negative 2, so plus 2 squared. And our radius is the square root of 4, but we're going to square that, so it just becomes 4. So that's it for circles for today, but if you have any questions, just always remember you can put them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Bye.